Hello, welcome to Tales of Mysteria, a short little visual novel developed by Anta, available on itch.io. And well, you're returning to your hometown on college break. As it turns out, someone's been murdered. And I guess we'll see what happens. That's their story. The game contains flashing lights. The game's also tagged as horror, but I don't know if there's any content warnings on that. I guess it isn't super horror. Anyway, doesn't have a lot of necessarily disturbing elements, except for the whole murder part. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Ame and Kira. Who's who? Actually, I don't know who's who, so I don't know what voice to give to each person in general. But I also don't know who's who. Hey Kira, wake up. We're home. Already? Oh, you were sleeping. When the train stopped, you just followed me without a word. Should have known you were sleepwalking. I don't sleepwalk. Say why I found you walking to the wall around midnight last week then. Stressed. Midterms. Sheesh. Well, we're free from that hell for now. I'm starving. I spot a McHappy Bee with our names on it. He's falling back asleep. The Mysteria is actually starting to change. Isn't that exciting? Sleep. You're asleep again. I need sleep myself, like me in real life. I didn't get enough sleep yesterday. Hey, can't believe I had to drag him here. Yay, chicken! We must consume the chicken, man. Hey kids, you're just in time for my feathers are being eaten alive. The children surrounding the mascot are roughing it up. Feathers are being plucked with their small, grimy hands. I'm gonna eat you! Not the suit! Not the suit! Kira, it's just a poor dude in a costume. You know how I feel about mascots. It reminds me of a certain fandom that wears suits. Anyway, no. Yeah. Whatever. Food, burger, I need to consume. Okay. Welcome to Ame, Kira. Whoa, you buggers came back home? Why didn't you tell me in advance? The employee behind the counter pouts. He has very noticeable burn scars on his face, running all the way down his neck. Though they look like he's had them for years. Ilium, what are you doing here? Well, duh, I'm working here, of course. But I'll be off soon, so just order what you want, you dime a dozen duel. Only if the dime's the amount of money you're charging for the burgers. I guess his sayings haven't changed much. No, prices are the same as in every other McHappy Bee. No friend discounts, but I'm gonna treat you guys because the return of my prodigal. I don't know how to say that word. Prodigal? Prodigal? I don't know. My friends. It's the return of my friends. No need for adjectives. Oh, free stuff. I'm into that. Thanks, Ilium. Anyway, I want a combo. I gotcha. Alright. I guess everything is Halloween themed, by the way, because technically this game came out during Halloween time, and I think it was part of a Halloween jam, so that's why. Anyway, thanks for the food. Thanks for waiting. You got me in a doozy with those McMango shakes, man. It's just 5. 5 shakes? That's a lot of sugar. I guess maybe Kira is very sleepy. He's not sugar. But, if you use sugar to, wake up, you're gonna have a crash, later in the day. You're gonna freaking faint. He says as he points at the 5 empty large cups on the table. Oh, he's trying to slow down after he engorged himself at the dorm cafeteria's dessert bar. You're gonna prick your body that way. And after what happened recently, not exactly in the mood for more of those. So what now? Swallow your shake bits first, please. No animations about it. Yeah, so someone in town got murdered. Oh. What? How did I not hear about this? As I wave my singular French fry back and forth. Probably because we were knee-deep in college hell. And when do we even watch the news? Ilium sighs. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ilium? It's like, I'm saying E and then Liam, basically. I don't know. It's like electronic Liam. That's not right. I don't know, actually. Ilium? Like Ellie, I don't know. Anyway, he sighs. Yep, figured you didn't know since you didn't ask about it earlier. It's been a bother with the local TV stations bothering us, but it also gives more business. Also, advertises our Halloween festivities. That's messed up. What can you do? We still don't know who the killer is, so just act normal. Careful. Besides, I think they only targeted because the victim's sort of famous. Famous? Do we even have someone famous in the middle of this nowhere backwater town? For like, I don't know, cow milking technique or something that no one cares about much about. Huh. I have no idea what he just meant. It's a heck of a homecoming. Well, thanks for telling us, Ilium. We'll keep safe. You better be safe too when you go home, okay? Ilium blushes at the girl's comment, and leaves him speechless for a moment. Okay. I don't know, I just noticed Ame has a freaking, like, I don't know what we call this, handkerchief? Or I don't know, she looks like a cowboy, you know, or cowgirl? When I say cowboy though, I don't think of it, I don't know, I guess it's like a lot of like English words, you know, that describe people, but like when I think of cowboy, I don't think of the gender, you know, I just think it in general, you know, like yeehaw. So when I think cowboy, I also apply it to every gender, but anyway. Don't worry, I'm usually working anyway. Guess he still feels the same too. I'll go and head out now. Thanks for... Got him! What? We will sacrifice the chicken man. Oh my, hold on. Sorry kids, he needs help. He's hurdy-wordy now. The boss is gonna kill me. Come on, I'll help explain. At least the shakes here are good. So all you can think about after all this? My tummy is fed and the sun is still shining, so let's walk around, check on everyone. After learning about someone getting killed. As if they attack in the afternoon. You know, obviously serial killers don't murder in broad daylight. They're like vampires, right? If they don't want to be found, they're gonna attack at night, guaranteed. Don't you remember that last episode of Crime and Prejudice? With the body just laying there on the street? Geez, that's not gonna happen. Here, come on. If anything, maybe we'll learn a little more about it. So where to? Okay, we have a choice. I don't know if these choices matter. In a visual novel, I never know. Let's go back in. That'd be funny. I mean, we can go home. Go back to the train station. Go home. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pick the silly option. Let's go back in. Actually, can we head back to Maccabi? What, forgot your wallet? I want to tell Liam to visit us when he's not working. You could just text him. Oh, come on. I might post Kira back to the fast food joint. Oop. Okay, he's a different person, I feel like. A bored-looking employee greets them at the entrance. The scowl on his face is very unwelcoming. Welcome to Maccabi. Buy one and get half off of Buzzing McBurgers today. He speaks in a monotonous voice. Yeah, I assume so. Who's this guy? His name tag says Ethan. And looks like he's Elle's boss. The manager makes an annoyed huff. Yes? Do you know where Liam went? Oh, him? He went home. Shift ended already. Like I said, just text him. I thought I could get him before he left. Guess you guys are his friends? Didn't know he had those. Anyway, if you're seeing him today, can you tell him something? I need him to take a shift tomorrow. One of the other guys took a day off. We'll be swarmed with customers. Aw man, doesn't he already work a lot? He does. And I really would like to keep him here while I can. But with the murder and the holiday, the meds are size. I need all hands on deck. Big yikes. Yikes forever. What's that from? I think that's from a game. Anyway, like yikes forever. Or maybe that's just made up. I don't know. Yikes is right, lady. He smirks. Nothing like Halloween tourism with a real crime. We'll pass on the message to him. So where to next? Okay. Let's go back in. Can I just go back in? Can I just infinitely just go back into Maccabi? Liam's not here. You know, I've been wondering. Why is Maccabi called Maccabi? It has nothing to do with bees. And for some reason, their mascot is a chicken? Should it be McHappy Chicken? Because there's no way the chicken is happy. Well, now let's just go. I don't want to run into any more mascots. Alright, let's go. Alright, next. Okay. I mean, some extra dialogue. Again! Okay, same thing. Alright. Doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know. Fine, okay, let's go to the streets. Let's take to the streets. Liam's right. People are still decorating. It looks even more festive in the past years. Even Mario's Drugs got a dummy. But they're just scared of the Save More pharmacy to take their business. Look, Heather, they kept their dummy up after all. It's gruesome after what happened. One's a murder. This is tradition. Everywhere else is changing, but not us. Honestly, this just sounds like a distraction from the power outages. Dear, don't you know what's causing those outages? I don't know. Whenever there's like a character that's like just town local or like generic town resident, I always give them a silly voice. But this is like a real person. I know what you're gonna say. It's not true. It is. You never change your mind about it. It's those tales that spook some of the vendors in the street. Oh good, there's nobody tourists here anyway. Oh, some of them were cool. Anyway, the two locals leave. As they conveniently gossip. Within hearing distance. Power outages, huh? Where to next? Let's stay here, though. Oh, we've been here already. Okay, I mean, we visit all locations anyway. Train station. Wait, why are we back here? I'll just check if we miss any leads here. I thought you were just looking around town. Don't worry about it. Okay. Leads? Like a detective? Yeah. You're not even denying it anymore. About the murder. Well, I know nothing about that, but come to think of it, more and more people have been coming and going in here in Mysteria over the past few years. But more on the former, with all the businesses and people deciding to settle down here. The population's gone up. I kinda miss the quiet good old days. The tourist influx is gonna make things worse. No kidding. Hope you be safe, station man. It's station master, but I'll take it. Okay. Well, there's not many others here. Ow. Watch it. Damn people get in my way. Too many tourists and kids and everyone else here. A ray of sunshine, isn't he? That sounds like some of the older folks who complained before. Though he barely looks older than us. Must be rough to be so cynical so early. Oh well, let's head out. Let's head to the town square. I want to check out what they've done there. Oh, right. The bank will be in a few days, right? Just thinking about the free food makes me drool. Oh, right. Mysteria Speaker's Halloween event. Been years since I've last attended a town banquet. Well then, let's go. You? Why are the two children on the left scary? Why are they like going to kill the other one that's going back and forth, sliding back and forth behind the text box? Whee! A blue-haired child in peculiar attire is noticeably zipping around the town square. He seems to be with the two other kids bearing the same face. The pair stares at Kira and Ame, almost as though they're staring right through your souls. A reference to the movie by, what's his face? What's his name again? That famous director that does a lot of, like, niche, like, obscure movies. But not that obscure, actually. But, you know. Stanley Kubrick. I think that's his name. Anyway. The kids are dressing up already, huh? The energies feel different, though. Hi. Look, I'm a Maho Shoujo. The girl trolls around to show off her attire. Oh yeah, you're very cute. Did you guys dress up for school? Yep. We made our own mini dummies. Mom says she'll pretend it's me. So she'll tell it bedtime stories, and we'll be eating together at the table and other stuff. The twins giggle. It's somewhat eerie. Holy crap. I forgot they were there. It's funny, huh? How only this town makes these dummies. Most people just dress up to blend in with the spirits. Yeah, That's just how it's done here. It's Mysteria's unique Halloween tradition. They'll learn the real history soon enough. Wait, they don't make dummies anywhere else? No. We can tell you about it, Nanami. Oh, sure. Let's get ice cream first. Okay. How are they all friends? I'm more worried they're gonna scare her so much that she tosses her dummy away. Oh, hey, you buggers. You buggers? Fancy seeing you guys today again. Looks like you're both sightseeing, eh? Oh, hey, Al. Huh? I thought your shift ended. Why are you in uniform? Well, you see, the artist didn't want to draw a different costume for me because we ran out of time and we want to finish the game. I mean, what? No. I'm assuming. Anyway, that happens a lot, I feel like. A lot of indie visual novels. Reasons. But why are you guys strolling around without care after what I said? You should have gone home. She wants to investigate. Ame jabs Kira with her elbow. That's true, but I'm really just checking on everyone first. That's what I like about you the most, Ame. Always caring. Even when I used to work for Coney Island. The swarm of kids weren't bad. It's the adults asking for tons of samples that bother me. Yet you still visited. What are friends for? You ate a lot of those samples, Kira avoids everyone's gaze. Guilty as charged. Honestly, if we made a dummy out of you, we'd offer all the sweets. Oh, that's horrid. You ignore me for 3 days and give dummy me candy. You can't even eat. You can slow down the sweets, man. Kira glares at Elium. Elium? Maybe it basically like Elium. I don't know. Because when I think about it, I don't know if this is a reference or not, but like Kira, L, and like Kira, it's kind of the opposite, but like L is the character that eats like a horrendous amount of sweets in Death Note, but it's like the opposite now because Kira is the one doing that anyway. But it's only by name only though. I don't know if it's a reference to Death Note anyway. He did get spoiled in the dorm's dessert bar. I'm eating less now. Don't worry. Do stare at Kira and the chocolate in his hand judgingly. Less probably means half the bar instead of the entire bar. Oh yeah, your boss asked us to tell you to take tomorrow's shift. Boss? Oh, Ethan. His voice wavers. It's easy to tell that he already feels tired just thinking about it. Well, good luck with work. Looks he had to work for the holidays. He got that right. It's so busy that we had to hire some part-timers without filling proper papers. Don't tell anyone, otherwise the government will shut us down. Our lips are sealed. Kira nods. I was kind of hoping to hang out with you guys tomorrow. Bummer. But hey, I'm close to getting promoted. You're rising up the ranks, huh? Proud of you. Yeah. Your hard work's paying off. Thanks. Anyway, I'll let you go home now. Go visit when you're not busy. Sure will. Say work somehow lets up. See you around, you buggers. Ame and Kira wave their friend goodbye. Well then, time for us to head home and soak up. I hope your fridge is well stocked with sweets. We're home. Who are you even talking to? He sighs. Your parents are on vacation. Oh, I'm greeting the house. It misses me and I miss it. Okay. What the? Power outage? Kira lifts up his smartphone. And phone outage. Phone outage. Is that a thing? I mean, I'm just thinking maybe literally, but like, the phone battery is out, which makes no sense. Or maybe they're talking about like just data or whatever, like the cell phone towers are out. Which, does that think that happens during a power outage? Maybe. I don't know. So it depends on how large the power outage is. And, I'm assuming they're mentioning this is a town, so maybe it's like a faraway town, far from the city. I don't know. Anyway. Kira picks up his Nintendo Witch. Okay. Nintendo Witch console from the table. And game outage. Oh, they kept your console in the living room? Wow. What a catchy name. Yeah. It's back. The Nintendo Witch is its competition is the PlayStation and the Rex locks. I don't know, anyway. Kira is holding back his tears. Oh, thank God. I wouldn't survive without my video games. But you have to make dinner first. Right. For letting me crash here and all. Smelling good. Smells like diabetes, but I don't want to cook tonight. At least what you're making was far away from Mom's container. When in the world was that? Your mom wouldn't forget food in the fridge so easily. I don't know, but you know how she is when she forgets stuff. Anyway, this is news about that thing Elle told us about. We weren't really able to learn much when we went around town. You would have think everyone in such a small town would have already heard the details. Murder, huh? Okay. And today's report. The murder of a local man has shocked the small town of Mysteria. While famous for its Halloween traditions and rural charm, they weren't expecting a real crime during its busiest time of the year. This discovery heightened the rumors of missing people who may have suffered the same fate as the victim. Missing people too. That's news to me. Shh, you're too loud. The victim, Hiro Serizawa, was found in the forest on the outskirts of town. Everyone has a Japanese name, I guess. This is such a very weeby, I feel. Anyway, the body was found shriveled up and discarded. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's always the case, I feel like. Sometimes video games always take place, or not video games, but like indie games. They always take place in Japan, America, you know, where like everyone is somehow very anime and Japanese inspired despite it not really being Japan. Anyway, I mean, it's very reminiscent of like Phoenix Wright. Investigators are trying to figure out how the body ended up in that state. No other injuries were found. Jeez, that's horrifying. Well, thanks for the food, by the way. Kira? Oh, sorry, here's your utensils. Thanks, but what are you looking at? Tips can be sent to the Mysteria Police Department. Shriveled up bodies. Foul stenches. She tries to speak of her mouth full. It doesn't go well. Wasn't there a book we read with something like that? It had something to do with souls being sucked out of bodies. Just swallow, please. I said, sounds familiar. We read it around Halloween too, didn't we? I remember that we loved it a lot as kids. In your attic. Yeah, we could look there and see if my parents kept it. After dinner. Of course, after dinner. Just imagine if they were connected, though. It's not going to be, but it's something to do, right? If it's connected, we can tell the police. But we'll only be here for a few days. Remember that. Man, you're no fun. I just don't want to get involved in something I don't need to be. I'm just entertaining a thought. I'll just say you're interested in the mystery too, man. A little. We can at least just look at the books and see if my hunch is right. I'll take it. Yeah. Before we go, let me eat and lock my console first. I'm gonna play Platoon. Oh, never mind that. It hasn't changed much. Thankfully. I thought they'd turn into a storage unit. What if they turn my room into a storage unit? Just concentrate on finding the book first. Click the items in the room to search. Okay. I will do so, developer. I click on spider. Oh look, a spider. Look at the size. You've always been comfortable with insects, come to think of it. Didn't you try to eat one before? I was a kid, okay? Why do you remember those kinds of stupid things? Because I want to remember all my time with you. It's kind of hot up here in the attic, huh? Where to find that book because I'm getting drenched in sweat. Right. I don't know. I feel like these two are very intimate. I'm assuming they're a couple. I don't know. There's no indication what to click on, actually. You just kind of click on stuff, which I kind of don't like. I prefer games, especially in point-and-click games, where it shows you where you can interact with. It's kind of hard to tell otherwise. Anyway. Oh, they kept my dummy? Wasn't that from the Halloween you got sick? No, they burnt that. To purify my illness away. This is a dummy they made when the family wanted to win Best Dummy. Oh, that year. When Ridley Dude Lee won. That guy cheated. That guy had money to buy a master craftsman to do it for him. It wasn't fair. None of his family even laid a finger on it. I bet they just paid the mayor off. I want the free ice cream for a month. What? You know I just mooch off of you that entire month, right? It was gonna be for you. Okay, you two, get a room, except this is a room. But that would have been nice. Thanks for thinking of me. Yeah, well, nowadays I think you should lay down on the sweets. You get fat. There's a book here, apparently, just randomly. Was that a reference to something? Ridley Dooley? I don't know. Ridley? No. When I think of Ridley, I just think of the Metroid, boss. Our old toys. Sure brings back memories. I remember when you shared them with me whenever the other kids would take mine. You mean after I teach them a lesson for bullying you? Yeah, thanks for that. Anytime. But no more being reckless though, please. Okay. Ladder. Nope, nothing there. Window. It's raining. Just like her name, by the way, Ame. If we hadn't got home after seeing Elle, we could have been caught out there. No, it's drizzling. What chance of thunderstorms? Sure. These are the legendary VHS. The what? Video home system. I heard that back in the days they were used for watching films at home. The ancient times when streaming online didn't yet exist. This is a very modern game, I feel like. In a modern setting. Moving on. Mirror? And there's nothing to see in the mirror, I guess. Box. Cabinets. Books. Are any of these books we're looking for? Look. What is Sunset, the Love of a Vampire? Remember when the movie came out? You cried at the end. I was just so bored that tears were coming out of my eyes. And also Nella got with Tedward and yeah. Still a better love story than Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. Of course. Anyway, I checked. I don't think these are the books we're looking for. I guess we should keep going. Okay. I guess there's nothing else to click on. Let's click on the obviously, conveniently placed a blue book in the middle of the room. Was this here before? Tales of Mysteria. Ah, yes. Title drop. Sounds like the game series. True. It's got a monster on the cover. I think that's it, Ame. I vaguely remember how we used to sneak up here to read it during Halloweens. Yeah. I think that was the thing for us, wasn't it? Or that was a thing for us? I don't know. You could say it became our own little Halloween tradition. And now I'm feeling kind of nostalgic. Let's just flip through the pages till we find the husks. The book is filled with illustrations. The town of Solil was like any other village, yet it was cursed with one thing. A monster. A devourer of souls. The man was found at the edge of the forest, his body shriveled like a raisin. If this is what happened to him after his soul was taken, then what about their friend? It is similar to the murder. When the pair followed the monster's path, plants rotted, swords were melted through. A stench wafted as they got closer and closer to the monster's lair. Is it wafted or wafted? Wafted? I don't know. Speaking of stenches, I can still smell your mom's food here. Well, that's so weird. Is it because of the vent? That's pretty sus. There's no vent here. But they also found the golden button of their friend's coat. It was near. They were near. They could save him. With that determination, they entered his lair and... That's it? I think it is. I remember that it ended like this. Well, that can't be it. We must have gotten a defective copy. Let me search online real quick. I only get results of like a visual novel on Itch.io. What's up with that? Tales of Mysteria keeps redirecting to Tales of a Rose. Oh right, the new game just came out. Yes, not very good SEO, Wait, nothing about the book? Nothing, as if it didn't exist. Was it self-published, perhaps? It does say Tales of Mysteria, and the setting is very similar to our own town. I doubt my parents would remember anything about it. They bought me a bunch of books as a kid. Still, where could they have gotten it from? The two paused in silence, eyeing not a single answer to their questions. It's like mysterious fog, overlaps them for some reason. Ah! Thunder! It's just a dream. Imagination. Or lightning. Yeah, lightning. That's it. Oh. This book? Ame picks up a book on the floor. She flips through its pages. The two friends finally arrive at the monster's lair. The rot that permeated earlier had only worsened. They worried that it might be too late for their friend when they heard his scream. Is this a sequel? A sequel with only one page. The rest are blank. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we're just tired, right? Yeah, maybe. Though it's kind of exciting. There's nothing exciting about whatever this is. The connections of the murder in this book are coincidence. I hope. You can't deny, Kira. Now let's just go to sleep, please. I bet this will make more sense in the morning. It makes sense now. Nothing of this makes sense. I'm gonna just leave. Good night, Ame. He was really scared then, huh? Is it because of back then? The young man is sitting on the couch with a very concerned expression. I should apologize to her tomorrow. The next day. Never mind. Why did I apologize? Oh. I guess it's assuming that he did apologize and therefore now she's more motivated to solve the mystery, I guess. This must be it. The police cars made it easy to find the victim's house. Or rather, Kira saying that. The police cars made it easy to find the victim's house. Oh, thank you, Kira. I knew you want to solve the mystery too. Yeah. Who are you? What? Oh, sorry. What are you doing here? Walking? I'm not answering your questions unless you're police. Now scram. Are you? Just go. That must be the victim's wife. Other people must have been bothering her. Poor lady. Dang. She might want to know about the book. I think that's not something I share so easily. Like the regular book, not the other weird one. Howdy, kids. Howdy, kids. I don't know who's saying this. Oh. Okay. Are we in trouble? Unless you got some kind of tip on the case, I suggest you lay off on Nora. That or you're possibly trespassing on private property if you stick around. Oh. Oh, don't worry. I won't arrest you if you just come now. Is that supposed to be reassuring? Name's Toranosuke Matsuda. How you say that? Toranosuke Matsuda, right? 名前はToranosuke Matsuda. I didn't say that. That's hard for me to say. Toranosuke. I'm a detective on the case, but I'm also, let's say, an acquaintance to the victim, so I'd like to help an old friend out. I got it. Anyway, nice meeting you, detective. Ame, we might have something that might help with the case. We can't bring that up, Ame. Really? What do you know? We have a book. It mentioned about a monster who leaves its victims dried up like the victim here. Hold up, let me see that. He just leans forward and stares at the cover. The man then takes a step back and casually blows his cigarette. Well, that is kind of important. Why is that? The book you got there, the victim wrote it. Huh? But the author's name was Al Livingstone. It says right here. Al Livingstone. I feel like that's also a reference to something. Probably like a famous author. She taps the author's name in the book. Well, it could have been a pen name for Hiro Serizawa. Or, I keep Kira saying that. I keep mixing up people who they're saying what, who's saying what. Could have been a pen name for Hiro Serizawa. Which I think Hiro Serizawa, isn't that also a famous Japanese author? I don't know. Or is that, I don't know, yeah. And that's exactly what it was. I've never read it, nor have I heard about it from those two, though. Huh. There seems to be some disappointment in his voice. Those two? I meant Hiro and his wife. I think she was the illustrator. She's a pretty good artist, though never thought she'd make something so dark. She's mainly one of those landscape artists. I see. Wait, then you've seen this other book? Huh? He wrote more. Please hand it over. What the? My phone. My nose. The smell. It smells like a corpse. Hold on, kids. Let me investigate. Please stay here and stay safe. It's the same smell your house, Ame. Yeah. Wait, look. The girl takes out the strange book and begins reading through the pages. Their friend was alive, and that was enough for them. They tread on despite the rotting flesh. It updated again. Is it the author? There has to be an explanation for what this is. Well, it's supernatural is what this is. Invisible ink, maybe. Activated by electricity? Well, I guess that could be. I don't know. I couldn't find anything, but I need to get a team around here to look around. Even though the smell is gone somehow. Mr. Detective, look! This book got a new page! Huh? Alright, you wanted me to... it's only a couple pages long. The page just appeared when you were gone. There's only one page before. I'm sorry, little lady. I don't have time for jokes. Thank you for bringing the books back to my attention, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave here for now. But, understood. Let's go, Ame. Annoying. If he didn't leave then, he would have seen a new page too. He'd probably think like me. Some kind of trick of the light or ink. Invisible ink can't do this, can it? Well, anyway, we should stay away from the area for now. Fine. Well, we can look around, right? I don't think... We're all the way here anyway. Let's check around the area and see if we can find more clues. Jeez. I suppose we have nothing better to do. Where to? Go to other places. Neighborhood? Wow, the officers came so fast. I think they've been around because of the murder. Halt, kiddos. Yes, ma'am. You heard anything around here? About the murder? Nothing we didn't tell Detective, Kira, what was his name again? Tora something. Tora Nosuke. I forgot his last name. Tora Nosuke something. Matsuda, yes. That's Detective Toranosuke Matsuda to you. Yeah, him. Huh? Minami? You didn't notice me earlier, Ame. Shame. It's been that long since I graduated, right? I didn't know you became a police officer. But that's because you were busy stuffing jelly ranches in your mouth before the school bell rang. Anyway, did you see those tiger-shaped stripes in his hair? Those broad shoulders? His huge... Morisaki, you're on the clock. Are you really supposed to be a senior on this job? Anyway, if you already gave your report to Detective Matsuda, then that's fine. There might be some developments right now, so I'd like to ask you to leave. His big gun, his really big pistol. His police-issued Glock is just very big. No, that's fine. We're not gonna... just go. Alright then. We can go to Detective Matsuda now. Yay! The officer stares at Minami judgingly. Just to make sure, give me a rundown of the case. What? Now. Yes. She gives the other lady a firm salute. According to the files, the murder took place 4 days ago around 1:30 p.m. The body was found in the forest near the author's house. The body had no signs of injury besides the fact that it was shriveled up. The officer nods in satisfaction. Morisaki, glad you did look over the case. I just wish I had a connection to my missing persons case. What, the one of all the outsiders? This guy lived here, though. I know. The way he died was horrid. Agreed. But nothing like the department's ever seen. Nothing I've ever seen. You've only been here for a year. Yeah, but I lived here my whole life. Maybe the old stories are true. Oh no. Not you too. My mother-in-law kept mentioning the monster too. Shriveled up husks, offerings to the monster. It's something I've heard about all my life. Maybe there's some connection there. Maybe. Most importantly, we should totally tell Detective Matsuda about it. And what? You use his number? Yes. Jeez. Let's head out for a Rio before he grills us all. Yay. Is that against, like, workplace policy to fraternize with coworkers? Anyway, or at least have romantic, relationships with coworkers. Anyway. A good thing that tree was tall. Okay, we were eavesdropping this entire time. And leaking confidential information. And thick. But, did you ever hear about a monster growing up? Yeah, kinda. My parents would dismiss it as an urban legend and not talk about it. Grandma and Grandpa didn't say anything about it to me. Oh well. Can't ask them about it anymore. I can't ask them about it anymore. Yeah. I guess they didn't want to scare their only grandson. So where to? I don't know, man. I always try, I don't know, every time it's habit, but like every time there's a choice that pops up, I always want to save the game. I can't believe there's this many establishments in Mysteria now. The years back, you really have nothing to find here. Except for that one McHappy Bee. That thing's ancient. Well, we didn't really realize that until we've been to the city. Yeah, back then, Mysteria was our whole world. So I'm glad this little place has opened up and is now growing. Okay. I just want to click. It seems like, yeah, you get extra dialogue if you click on the same place twice. Let's go to the forest. Let's go to the spooky forest. And just like this guy with the weird one strand of hair. Dang damn it! You pooped on for the last time. What the? Huh? Who the hell are you kids? What are you doing my lawn? What lawn? This is a forest. Wait, Kira, we know him. He's the old man who used to live across from me. What's he doing here then? I think he moved to senior apartments nearby. Mr. Garamond. The font, I guess. Remember me? It's Ame. I'm with the Komori family. Komori? Little Ame? God, it's been so long. You grew up. Now you have blue in your hair. Blue? Isn't it red? Don't you know if you have bleach in your hair, you get the plague? Oh no, he's been on Facebook too long. That's Facebook. And it's red, Mr. Garamond, not blue. I guess he's colorblind? Can you be colorblind and like mistake red and blue? I'm not sure. I know there's like certain colors that if you're colorblind, or depending on your color blindness, you mix up colors, or like they blend in together. You can't tell the difference between the two. Anyway. Maybe. I don't know. Wasn't he a nicer guy before? That boy next to you is Kira, right? Ah, boy. Even you have the bleach plague. You're the last of your family, you want to die young. That's not what's gonna happen, Mr. Garamond. That's because you think you're invincible. And you're young, everything seems possible. And then you get ravaged by the monster, you end up shriveled husk. What? Just like that creepy occult man who lives over there. That's why he's dead, Huh? He angered the monster. That's the only explanation. There's no such thing as monsters. Huh? That's because the bleach in your hair is blocking your mind from the truth. The monsters exist and is hungry. It seeks sacrifices. That man was just the first victim. Our people have been forgetting to appease its will. Will, I mean. We don't adhere to our traditions like we used to. Bet you kids didn't even create your own dummies. Mr. Garamond, are you okay? Never better, dear. I'd like to walk alone for a bit. Remember, the salon of Miss Irina is still open. You can help your hair go back to its natural colors. So you stop being anime characters, and maybe you'll believe me. Right, the old man leaves. That man's ridiculous. I think he's just old. he's just old. He was disrespectful, though. But also being real, like the monster in the book? Perhaps the monster in the book is inspired by whatever Mr. Garamond believes in. I wonder what it could really be, though. Do you think monsters are real? I mean, it's more fun to think they do, right? No. Well, you're no fun. No, actually, no. No, monsters are not real. I mean, the real monster is people. That's the real monster. Let's go back to the victim's residence. Ame, why are you staring at the house? I don't know. Maybe we could just look around it. For clues. The detective said not to bother them, remember? They're a grieving family. Well, I'm not going to disturb them. But you look like you're loitering around. Come on, just peek around. Ame looks around her surroundings. Seems normal. This isn't even where the body was. Hello. Holy! The young man almost falls backwards and takes a moment to regain his composure. Hello. Hi, kids. What are you doing here? Could be asking you two the same question. This isn't a playground. This is our house. Ah, that would... Wait, so you're... We're Rion and... Ringo Shirazawa. Our daddy was Hiro Shirazawa. I see. Then they must be going through a lot. Not that you can tell. Oh, Daddy's book. The girl points at the book in Ame's hands. Can I look at it? Yeah, sure. Ringo looks at Tales of Mysteria and points to the monster. Eh. It's Bubby. Cute. It has a name. Ringo called it that as a kid. But you're still kids. Dad liked the name too. He brought home things like Bubby. Or like the feet of Bubby. That's nice. What kind of job do you have? He wrote papers on Bubby things. Monsters, rituals, torture devices. Don't say that so casually. Yeah, that. But Bubby is nice. Bubby helps. He's a good boy. He just likes a nice flesh serving. But he can eat plants too. When he's on a diet. I see. Rion, where are you? A woman's voice seems to be calling for the child. Oh, I have to do chores. I'll help. Nice seeing you. And keep that book with you forever. Dad would appreciate it. Bye-bye. Okay. Are those kids okay? Are they possessed by a demon? They think the monster is real? Maybe that's what their dad said. This is like monsters so much. Like Beelzebub? I don't know, when I think of Beelzebub, I mean I think of like Shin Megami Tensei and I think of like flies. You know, if Beelzebub's influence is on this town, you're probably seeing a lot more like insects. But anyway, since you like monsters so much, let's just go. I don't want to stay around here another minute. Where to? Well, the same choices. I guess I'll just pick a victim's residence again. Those kids are gone. Were we ever like them? Creepy, I mean. Not at all, I think. I do remember that the other kids used to bully El because they found his burns to be creepy. Oh, kids can be really scary sometimes, in more ways than one. Okay. Feel like I've picked all the options. I guess we go back somewhere else? Back to the forest, maybe? Oh, same thing. Neighborhood? Hey, you. Blue hair. Huh? Me? Wait, wasn't she on TV? She talked about the corpse. You're a fine specimen. Have you ever considered donating your time for science? Just kidding. But I caught your attention, didn't I? Yeah. Wait, aren't you Saki? Hoping you remember me, little boy. Wait, who is this? Oh, you must be Ame. I was his neighbor for a while when his grandparents were still alive. My clinic is nearby. Why don't you two drop by for a bit? Sure. Thanks for the snacks. Slow down there, Kira. So, you two are home for break, huh? Terrible timing to return. Yeah, we figured. What about you? What brings you here anyway? Work. A detective called the office saying there might be another body. I was in the area, so I thought I'd take a look. The police officers shouldn't get all the fun. She's pleasant. If there's another body, wouldn't that mean it's a serial murder now? Who knows? Said they were found in the forest, so could have died from an animal attack. Or an accident. Wouldn't know until I see. They didn't tell me much in the first place. Oh, true. So another dead end, huh? You work as a coroner, right? Yeah. Which is why this case is pretty interesting. Because of the state of the body. Correct. Not that there are no external injuries on the victim. It's just that it's hard to determine what killed this guy because of his current state. Nor can we determine why the body ended up like this after just dying less than a week ago. If a new body be found the same way, it might help with what I'm dealing with this body. Honestly, it's almost supernatural. Then, would you say that's possible that a monster did this? When people encounter something they don't understand, they often find a way to rationalize things. Science is in fact one of the things people use to make their rationalizations. And while I do prefer an explanation by science, I wouldn't rule out the kind of otherworldly explanation either. Mixing's more fun this way, right? Sure. Now, I probably shouldn't have said all that, but you look like little detectives today. In return, you could do me a favor. Like what? Well, I don't know. Maybe letting me do some tests on you both. For science? Absolutely not. I mean, it's probably not that bad, right? What the heck happened to Saki ever since she moved? Oh well. Anyway, gotta go. Nice catching up, Kira. Hope I never see her again. She wasn't that bad, was she? You could totally see her in eyes what she meant by doing tests. She couldn't do that. She works for the police. There's always this stuff out of work. That's also true. The two shudder and soon leave. Okay. Anything else? Any establishments? Alright. Go back to the forest maybe? Most is real? No. Oh, okay. So I guess a little bit later in the day. I've had enough of your questions. What's going on? Come over here, Ame. Huh? Oh, come on. You have to remember something. You were the last person to see your husband. I've told you everything. Why don't you just believe me? Explain what Detective Matsuda just found in the forest. I don't know anything about that either. We're getting nowhere. Remember the detectives deal with you. I know. And I fulfilled my end of the deal by dealing with you. So just go. And don't call me for more questioning. Remember to report anything you find to us. Pleasant. Oh well, that means I can catch up with the detective. You think he really found another body? Only one way to find out. Hey. What? Ame, seriously? We're gonna be kicked out of here in 5 seconds. Not to mention it's quite late. It's difficult to see. It's dangerous out here. Shh. The two proceed to hide behind a tree as urged by Ame. This way, right? Alright. Just follow the stench. Yes, sir. Is visibly annoyed. The officers leave. It really does smell. Smells like it did in my house, huh? We really should leave this to the police, you know. I've humored you enough. Our connection to this case is just a book from our childhood. But it might be the only connection the town has. So far, the only connection I've made is that whoever killed the author probably knew about this book. Or it could be the monster. It's not a monster. Those don't exist. Anyway, it's not worth breaking our necks over. We have nothing to do with this case. We don't have anything to do. We don't have anything about this case. Let's just go. You sure? That would defeat the whole purpose of this entire visual novel, you know, because the main conflict of this entire game is fighting the murderer. And then if we don't have that, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna be aimlessly just walk around eating McHappy Bee burgers all day? I don't know, man. You sure it's not because you're afraid, Kira? It's okay if you are. I think you might know more about this monster than you want to admit. That's not related. Why else would you be scared of mascot characters, huh? Who's there? The detective calls out from nearby. Shoot. We really should go further. We totally should. There must be a reason why this strange book is in our hands. This can't all be a coincidence. If not for the murder, maybe for what happened before at least. Is that why you... This is ridiculous. The choice is obvious. You must choose. Decide your fate. I mean, obviously the fun option is to follow the police. The anticlimactic option is just to go home, you know? I feel like. I mean, if this was real life, then yeah, we would just go home. What are you only trying to be like Scooby-Doo? We should leave. Oh, Kira, come on. Kira drags Ame out of the bush and heads out of the forest. Or at least what seems to be out of the forest. What the? Where are we? I'm not sure. And our phones aren't working again either. I think that's because we're deep in here now. What was that? I'm not sure. Might be a wild animal? Let's keep going then. Hey Kira, you think? Kira? Kira? I could have sworn there was something we missed. Huh? What are you doing here, little lady? My friend, have you seen him? We were walking together here when he suddenly vanished. When there's a murder investigation here, kids these days, no shame. Don't worry. I'll help you find him. Yeah, let's head out, kids. Not like this. I don't want things to end like this. Ame, I'm sorry. I wanted to stay by your side forever, but I was scared. And now that fear is the end of me. Ah yes, so okay, good. Weird alien monster with a lantern. Is this a joke? You know, is this straight out of an SCP? You're just gonna leave me here. You've haunted my dreams since I was a kid. This is the worst. Can't believe this. Is this how I... Hiro Kageyoshi's body was found a few hours later after an investigation. Both of their bodies were discovered in the same mysterious state. Authorities believe that the culprit behind the two murders is one and the same. Unfortunately, the killer of both Mr. Kageyoshi and Mr. Serizawa is still unknown. However, Nora Serizawa, the first victim's wife, was taken into custody to the Mysteria Police Department as a person of interest. Anyone with additional information is asked to report the police as soon as possible at this number. This wasn't supposed to happen. We're supposed to solve the mystery together, Kira. So sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sude, gomenasai, gomenasai, gomenasai. How many times are you gonna say this? Sorry. Would you like to return from your last decision point? No, I refuse. This is the true ending. Okay, no. Okay, fine. We have to go back anyway. Alright. Well, obviously that was the bad ending. Apparently, the monster is real. He gets murdered by the monster. And she regrets her decision to be so gung-ho about all this, I guess. Anyway.